Hello everyone, welcome to the Crew Hub. My name is Nisha, your very own cabin crew and airline ground staff trainer, as well as your career guide. Many people get rejected because of the poor communication. Most of the people are not even aware what communication is. So that's why I'm here to help you out. Like all of my videos are dedicated to help you improve and grow in your cabin crew or a ground staff career. So this video is also specially dedicated for everyone, to be honest, because in this we will learn about what is communication and the keys to improve your communication. If you're someone who's watching me for the first time, hello, welcome. And we are Crew Hub, where we provide cabin crew and airline ground staff training for all the aspiring aviators. Do hit the subscribe button as it motivates me to create more informative videos, and do not forget to watch my previous videos as it will help you a lot to understand about your career, cabin crew career, and all about the Crew Hub. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So what is communication? Communication is a process of sharing your ideas, thoughts, or feelings. It can be done through writing, speaking, gestures, and body language. Out of 100%, only 20% is the verbal communication, rest 80% is all about your body language. So, why we use communication? There are three things that we require communication for. Number one is going to be information, passing an information to someone. Number two, influencing people about something. Number three is negotiation. In these three ways, we use our communication skills. Generally, it is just a conversation happening between two people or with the audience. And your ideas and your expression and your body language should be so positive and attractive for the audience, for the other person, that they are able to understand you clearly, number one. And number two is they are putting an interest in your conversation. Remember one thing, a good listener is the good communicator. The more you speak, the more mistakes you make, as well as you make the other person go to sleep, to be honest. And this is what I also teach to my students. If your answers are going more than 2 minutes, then the interest is already gone. So try to keep your answers within the time frame of 1.5 minutes only. And it's a complete myth that in an interview that we have to have bigger answers to create a great impression. Well, no. If you are someone who's on the beginner level of learning English or learning about the communication, I would highly recommend you to use shorter sentences so that you do not make any mistakes, and it becomes very easy for to make the other person understand that what you want to exactly say. Communication is not about just speaking in English language. That's a big myth. You speak in any language. What matters is, are you able to understand the other person? Is the other person interested in your conversation? If you're failing into those areas, then you're really weak in your communication. People tend to have a fluency of speaking really fast in any language. So you need to calm down yourself, then only you can become an active listener. Let me make you understand what are the keys to improve your communication. Number one, clear. Whenever you're expressing your ideas or thoughts, ensure that your thoughts are clear, you know what you want to say. Avoid using jargons or idioms, as it is not professional, as well as it can make the other person go blank and may not be able to understand what you want to say. Jargons and idioms are simply, like in Hindi we call muhavras. So do not use those things, specifically when you're at the interview venue, when you're speaking with the recruiter. Do not use idioms. The reason behind this is, this may look as you are an unprofessional person. When you are with your friends or with your colleagues, using idioms and jargons is still fine. But I would highly recommend you not to use it during your conversation, in an interview, or anywhere, specifically for the people who are starting with the beginner level. I will also recommend you do not use heavy words or sentences to sound so good. No, not required. If you're starting with the basic to basic, it's still fine. The more basic you be, the more you can make the other person understand. Courteous. If you want respect, you should be able to give respect. This is what we have learned since our childhood, and that's the best thing that we are learning and we have been learning so far. Whenever you're speaking with the other person, ensure that your tone of voice is very polite and it at the low pace. You're using sentences, words like may I, kindly, request, please, shall I, could I, would you. So these words make you sound professional as well as very kind. So please use these kind of words. And a good communicator is always calm and composed. So you do not have the authority, not just you, like nobody on this planet have the authority to shout on some other person. If things can get sorted with the soft tone of voice, then why don't we use that? That is what your courtesy says. Be courteous to each and every one. Whenever you go to the interview, you are greeting everyone you're coming across. So please be courteous when you're speaking. People have a tendency of being blunt and they are like, हम तो ऐसे ही है, हम तो सच बोल रहे हैं, आपको नहीं समझना है तो मत समझिए. तो तरीका होता है बोलने के लिए. Now let's take an example. Let's take an example like I'm telling my friend that whatever outfit she is wearing, I'm just telling her, don't wear this outfit. You're looking so fat in this. It doesn't suit you. Don't wear this. Now this is the blunt way. Now if I tell the same sentence, it's like making you look a little healthy. Do you want to change or do you want to go with some other outfit? Do you see the difference here? So you have to improve the way you communicate. Rather than coming out negative, come out as a positive person there. Correct. Use correct grammar. Most of the people make a lot of issues in the tenses. Please start from the basic language. If you're into the beginner level, I've been repeating this because the more basic language you use in English, so you will make less error. So first get your base clear into your grammar and then you can use the advanced level English if you want to in future. But I would highly recommend you to use the basic English because it's a universal language. Not every country is aware about it. Neither in India everybody speaks the advanced level English. So use correct grammar. If you make any mistakes in the tenses, then definitely your entire statement will go wrong. Spit out the facts. Okay, whenever you're passing information about someone, ensure that you have a proper proof, or if you're getting it from someone, you are using the name of that person. Now let's take this as an example. Person A has told me that Nisha, in the market 1 kg onion is costing 40 rupees kg. That's great. It's costly. No worries. Now I go to person C and person C को मैंने जाके बोल दिया कि you know what, in the market 1 kg onion is costing around 40 rupees kg. That C person is like, okay, no problem. Then he goes to the market, and when he goes to the market and he sees that, oh god, onion is 60 rupees kg, that means Nisha gave me a wrong information. Then there will be a misunderstanding between me and my friend, right? So now how I can pass this information? Then I will just tell my friend that one of my friend told me in the market 1 kg onion is costing around 40 rupees kg. In this, I am not into the picture. I am just passing information of someone to someone else. That's it. So you should not come into the picture when you do not have the proper facts about something, when you're not confident whether it is right or wrong. You please get that person's name through that you have learned and then pass it to someone. You need to remember and you need to understand, a professional person and a good communicator does not believe in rumor, neither pass the rumor. So you should also be that person. Whenever you're speaking, ensure you're expressing your ideas, thoughts in a complete way, like you're ending it in a really nice note, because incomplete sentences can lead to a lot of misunderstanding. If someone is interrupting you in between, you can simply ask them to give you a little time by telling them, "Excuse me, may I please finish off my topic?" Additionally, you should not interfere when other person is speaking. So you need to have a lot of patience while communicating with others. Like I mentioned in previously, staying calm and composed is one of the best way and the best quality that you can have to become a really good communicator. So ensure that you're using a correct statement and complete statement and not interrupting others when they are speaking. Cohesive. Cohesive is all about speaking logical statements. If you speak illogical statements, give any answers when you don't know what you say, but you just want to go blah, 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 you are creating an embarrassment moment for yourself. Later, you will feel underconfident and you'll start laughing to balance out everything. Well, that's not the case. If you're not able to understand what you're supposed to speak, I would recommend you to be quiet at that time, because staying quiet is the best way to become a communicator. Like I said, a good communicator usually, which I have noticed, is they speak very less, and whenever they speak to the point. So cohesive is, don't give illogical answers. Now someone is asking about the weather and then you're talking about something else, so those become really disinterested conversation with someone. They will feel that you are not interested in the conversation. Now, for example, in an interview, when so a recruiter asks you, "What do you know about so and so airline?" You should be able to answer them, when it began its operation, who's the founder, investor, how many aircrafts they have, what all destinations they fly, what are they famous for. That is, what do you know? Now, second question is, why do you want to join? And I've seen many people answering about the same, that it has so many fleets, it has so many destinations, it is famous for this, that's why I want to join. No, these two questions are completely different. So first of all, you need to understand what that question is. For that, listen actively, then curate your sentences properly, and then express your ideas. Conciseness. Conciseness means be brief yet be to the point. That means whenever you're expressing your ideas, you need to ensure that you are speaking to the point. You're not just gumifying your answers or your conversation here and there. Let's take an example. Now, recruiter asked me, "Nisha, how will you handle a passenger on board who has ordered a paneer tikka sandwich but it's not available? How will you deal with that?" Now, person who doesn't have good communication, how will that person answer? In that situation, I will go to the passenger and I will say, "I am really sorry for the inconvenience caused to you, sir or ma'am." Then I will later check in my cart if I have sandwich. If I have a sandwich, then I will give it to the passenger. I will tell him that, "Sir, this is your sandwich," and that's how I will deal with the situation. You see, the dialogue deliveries is it exaggerating? Why are you telling the recruiter that this is the statement that I will be using? Why do we need that? But to be honest, when you will go on board or when you interact or deal with certain situation, you will not use the same sentence. It's very different. So don't tell the recruiter, it is creating a negative impact here. Instead of that, how a curative answer you can make. In that, how will I answer? A good communicator will answer. In this particular situation, I will quickly apologize to the passenger. I will check in my cart if we have sandwiches. If I get the sandwich, I will quickly give it to the passenger, and that's how I will deal with the situation. Do you see? I did not use any dialogue delivery like I will say, "I am really sorry for the inconvenience to him," then I will give the sandwich to him. No, you don't have to use the dialogue delivery. Never use that. Be to the point when you want to express your ideas. Consideration. Communication is between two people or with the audience. It is important for us to communicate and ask the audience or the other person more questions. Through this, you build the interest in the other person. They will speak more about themselves. and that's how you can learn from those person, from their experience, from their knowledge, and you can, people will be able to trust you. They will come to you when they want to gain some knowledge or want to ask something, and people will love you if you start listening. That's what we all look for, right? We always look for someone who can just listen to us. And if you be the person, so everybody will want to be with you all the time because you listen nicely. And when you're listening, it should not be like you're just listening to that person without facial expression or something like that. You should always be mentally and physically present when you are listening to the other person. You should be able to acknowledge by nodding the face, by showing some expressions through their conversation. In this way, the other person will understand that you are absolutely paying a lot of attention to the conversation, and that's how it will start growing more and more. I hope this all 7 keys were very useful for you all. I hope I gave you a clear idea that how you can become more good in communication. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Comment below which video do you want me to make next. And do follow me on Instagram for regular interview updates, interview preparation, and lot many things happens on the Instagram. Okay, so do follow me. Until then, bye bye and best of luck for your interviews.